There we go. We are live.
All right, so let's get this started. So, still waiting to hear back from the IRS. They said it could take
There we
anywhere
go.
from two
We
to
are
three
live.
weeks. Dropped it about maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks. So,
Okay.
still waiting to hear back on that. I'm gonna be heading to the state comptroller or submitting the paperwork there. I think it's gonna cost me about $250 to get it registered there. Um, Getting the paperwork that we can give to the donors that they can use for tax write-offs. I'm gonna get with Brian this week about that to get that squared away. He's been hitting up the GameStop. They said they've been busy, so I'm not counting on that actually coming through because when people start giving you the runaround, they're just I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not sure what's happened to Dara. She's got a new job she started, so she's kind of checking out. So I mean, I don't blame her one bit. I know it's been hard on her, so she's trying to make it through the introduction problem or process. So it is what it is there. She said she still wants to help, so we'll be doing that in the future. I mean, we'll just keep her involved in that aspect. With that being said, as far as getting this thing legalized, I mean, we're still waiting to hear back. We're on the IRS time now, right now. That's where we stand as far as that goes. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and push over to the D&D group. Where do we stand on that, Andy?
We are already set up, ready to go. Everything's good on my end. You and I just need to get together to purchase the module. Again, the first stream tomorrow is going to be the how to, basically how to create your character, how to use Roll20. I'll explain the campaign briefly. It is going to take about 4 hours. Kyle and I can't fucking ever remember this dude's name. Alan already made their characters. They have some experience. Alan has like 16 years of experience playing. I let him fill the last roster spot for the players because he would be able to help you guys answer some questions, kind of deal, on top of what I'm doing. So,
Okay.
and then Mike already made another group, and then there's other people that he's tried to set up a groups. He basically is sending them emails and PM saying, "Hey, we're putting a group together. You're all in this time zone. Can you guys make a schedule and get back to me? And then we'll give you access to what we've already set up. We have the 3Roll20 account set up under the Alpha Nerds banner. Um, they when we get the DMs that say yes, I'm definitely doing this, I will give them access to that. Prior to that, we will purchase a specific module for them. They have 5 modules out right now. We have 4 A&G accounts, so we're going to buy 4 of them. So four accounts. We'll have 4 modules going from Wizard of the Coast, or Pathfinder, depending on what they want to play. So, Doc Psycho, it has been all over the Alpha Nerds D&D Facebook page. You got to go on there and sign up for it. Get with Michael Webb, and he will put you in the in the spreadsheet.
All right. So, well, after the stream tonight, or we can do it tomorrow morning. We'll get on there and we'll actually purchase the stuff. The biggest thing I want to see there is we're actually promoting this on the main page as well to show the interaction, to show stuff like that, to where we can say, hey, this is actually legit. It's standing up. To people can see progress with the guild. That's the one thing I want them to be tracking. That hey, this isn't just dead in the water. It's actually doing something.
Okay.
So with that, that's awesome. That concludes the D&D thing then. And tomorrow, just shoot me a text whenever you're ready to get it set up, dude, and we'll make it happen.
All right. I definitely need a haircut. I literally have not got a haircut since December, so that's first thing on my list before we start playing tomorrow.
Okay. Cool. And then, all right, moving on to World of Warcraft. Alyssa, I had somebody reach out saying they wanted to help you as far as with the guild. Do you need any help?
Not with the Alliance side. Did they say what side?
They did not. She said she's gonna message you on Instagram. She's a friend of a
Oh.
friend of mine, his girlfriend. Basically said you had her under control, but unless you wanted help, she's there to offer. Apparently,
I mean,
she's good at the
me
raids.
and Jared.
Do what? You're breaking it up.
Yeah, she's got packet loss.
Side,
Say that again, Alyssa. Say, Jesus Christ, say it. I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
You're getting some packet loss.
Everyone's fucking breaking up for me too.
Okay, Alyssa, disconnect and reconnect to Discord.
All right.
That was happening to me all last night in your channel, John.
I thought it was like something to do with the internet. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Well,
she said the server just reset as well, or they
Yeah.
updated and it was all shitty.
I've been having issues for it the last week, so I don't know what's up.
Do you hear me?
Gotcha.
All right. yeah, we don't need any help with the Alliance side. Eventually, we need officers for the Horde side. I obviously it took a while for the Alliance side to get up and running. And it's gonna do the same thing for the Horde side,
Mhm.
but it's going well so far. A lot of people that said they wanted to join the Horde side haven't really shown up since
Yeah.
we said it, but well, they'll come eventually. But it's doing good.
At least
Uh,
they have the option.
yeah. Um,
Cool.
we changed the raid times up a little bit. We're doing really well with that, and the raid's going well, so we're doing good.
Okay. Cool. Is there anything that you need help with to change or promote in a better way?
Uh, no, I mean, over this next week, I'm not gonna be on as much, obviously, because I'm moving in like 4 days,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty much just gonna have Jared take charge anyway, because he's kind of like been there and knows everything. So,
Cool.
but yeah,
Awesome. Okay.
everything's good.
Well, that concludes the World of Warcraft side of the house. All right, Treasury. That's gonna be starting with you, Craig, because you said when y'all come down for the Dallas Fan Day Expo, I'll have to take you into the Wells Fargo bank to get you added to the account, and that'll give you access to it to where all purchases can be made through you and not myself.
Now,
Also,
if you, since that's in April and say the stuff kicks in, we get the stuff from the IRS. Do you want to go back to the other plan where we just pick a time and date? I drive down to Little Rock, go to a Wells Fargo at the same time you're one in Dallas, and that'll
nah,
alleviate a middleman.
we'd actually, well, I mean, yeah, we could do that. I mean, January, this February, March. Yeah, we can definitely do that then. How far is it of a drive for you?
It's only about an hour and a half drive for me. It's no big deal. But
Uh, well, the thing is, like, here's the deal. As long as receipts are sent to you in the meantime, we're gonna be all right. When you come down for the Dallas Fan Day Expo, we can kill two birds with one stone.
all right.
I prefer that you didn't waste the gas money on that hour and a half drive. Like I said, as long as you're tracking the receipts, you're and if anybody wants to see the bank account and the funds that are in it, I have no problem sharing that. Excuse me, information with anybody. So the it'd be different if we were just like rolling in money and doing a lot of in and out. But even still, we're stagnant right now, waiting for this approval with the IRS.
Okay. I just didn't want to get to a point where I guess alleviate pressure off y'all. Where
No, no.
Okay.
We're
All right,
not doing anything right
that's
now.
fine then. Yeah.
The only things we're spending right now are Andy's PO box, the stickers that we've done, and then the modules for the D&D to help support that portion of it. Other than that, we've made no purchases. One real quick add to what we were talking about is Andy is not going to be helping build. I mean, he's going to be a part-time helper, but we've solicited one of his close personal friends that is there in the area with him that he's going to be stepping in and building him. That way, Andy can focus on just the D&D, which brings up the what I wanted to talk to y'all about, and I made mention in the Voxer before. If you or any admins are being pulled too much in one direction, if you are being overburdened and your real life is taking a hit, you do not have to sit there and deal with it. We have almost 5.6 thousand people in the guild, many of which that we can vet that I know want to step up and help. You need to say, I need help. I need to transfer some of this responsibility. Because what I don't want to have, as I said before, is getting burned out. If y'all just getting overburdened, overwhelmed, and losing that fire, losing that fun of this, because it's still supposed to be fun. So please don't hesitate to do that, man. Don't think that any of us is gonna get mad at you. That's not the case. If we need to promote more admins in the guild, more admins on your pages that you're running, that's fine. Do it. You don't need my permission to do that. If you trust them, so be it. And I trust you. So with that being said, moving on to open business. Is there anything else anyone needs to discuss or bring up?
Hey, how's the PO box going on your end?
We've got that. We've already got that set up through Andy. Andy's making that happen.
Yeah, we made that happen yesterday. We've got the receipt and everything. I have the address.
And make sure you send me that address up to my email so I can put that on the donation log.
Yeah, and once we get that address updated and it's on the website, let's go ahead and start pushing that to the guild. That way people can go ahead and start sending donations, and we will reimburse them for shipping, provided it's not something just completely outrageous. And also, before they ship something, we're going to need them to send like a picture showing that it is in good working condition. I don't want hunk of junks being sent in for us to repair. That it's kind of like, it's got cat piss all over it. It's banged the fuck up. It's kind of like Goodwill, gently used items. I'm not gonna waste guild funds on something that we wouldn't want to slap our Alpha Nerd sticker on.
Speaking of Alpha Nerd stickers, I dropped the ball on that this week. I've been so busy working on the website and the American Savage Show website as well that I haven't got those out yet. So I apologize. I will be getting those out this week though.
It's fine. Real life comes first, bro. It's not that debilitating. You're good. All right. Any other new business?
I feel like there was something, but I can't remember what it was. You had brought something up, John, earlier today that I can't remember what it was.
I know that Warpo is going to be doing a call roster type of deal, and I think Jared, you were talking about trying to do an app for that or something along those lines, to where it's something that we can all have an app that we can be connected with each other. Warpo is going to be running it. He's going to set up basically a call roster in a sense. Like, think of it like staff duty, to where you get like a 6-hour shift, to where your phone. He's figuring it out to where you don't have to use your actual number, but it's the calls directed to you. I'm letting him run with that. It's a really good idea, but again, the idea is, one of these things of, if someone's going to do it, they're going to do it. No amount of soliciting through messages or reaching out. If you can only reach your hand halfway, and if they don't meet you the other half, it's going to happen. But at least we're putting into place a system to where if they don't know where to go, or they're actually looking for help, truly looking for, it's there, versus nothing at all. We were waiting on Dara to link some people up, but unfortunately she got swamped. So in the meantime, we're gonna do this. We were reached out to by what veteran group was that said that we could have access to their resources? We got your 6. I'm not sure what their resources were. It was something like psychologists or something like that.
Oh, I know what you're referring to. Yeah, I sent that email to you. I refer. Crap.
Either
let me-
way, we had
Yeah.
also a recruiting station out of Phoenix or Arizona wanting to get involved. I returned their email, never heard back from them. As far as the Storm Bunny Studios donating their stuff, Andy emailed them. They shot one back to us, and they were very demanding, very just no. They really value their material, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sit there and bend over backwards or allow you to dictate to me how we use your material once you donate it to us. He was under the impression that we were going to make people sign a contract to use their material. Clearly, he didn't listen to the actual live
Jeez.
stream. So, no, we'll just use guild funds to do that. I'm not going to sit there and bend over backwards to accommodate somebody else, because, quite honestly, the exposure we would get them would be worth a lot to them. So, and honestly, it's us doing them a favor, but whatever. So, I guess it's how you look at it. So be it. Other than that,
That was
like I
Baton
said,
Rouge. Not,
Baton Rouge,
yeah,
Louisiana.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
And-
Army recruiting state. People
Yeah.
are wanting
Yeah.
to join in and help. To me, it's kind of like, well, I asked them, like, how would you be willing to help? Like, what would you be doing as far as supporting this mission? So
I think from the email I gathered that they wanted to donate money, actually do a monetary donation, as long as they could probably put their logo on something.
which that's fine. Maybe I misread that. I didn't see that part, but like I said, I emailed him back, never heard back from him. Kenny, if you want to re-engage him on that point, did you receive that email, Kenny? Who was that?
Yeah. I received it initially, then I sent
Alright.
it. I forwarded it on to you.
If you want to
Actually,
re-engage him on that, man, let me know.
will do.
Well, the
What-
guy
what
in
it-
chat, he was one of the guys that's doing the podcast. He said that was
Mhm.
him. That's his recruiting station.
Mhm.
I believe his name is Chris. Yeah, Jennifer was the one who sent the email. Correct. He's in
Yeah.
Twitch chat right now.
Okay. Well, I responded to her through my own email. Haven't heard back from her, so I don't know. We'd love to get people involved if they're supportive of the mission and they want to donate. Then hell yeah, we'd love to freaking. I don't mind throwing a freaking Army logo on the thing. It's, it's beneficial. So.
What if I mind?
You don't
There's
matter.
no Army here
Oh!
to- I mean, come on.
Just because your Marine DI said you're special doesn't make it true, bro.
You gotta remember, we don't eat crayons.
Oh, look, I have
All right.
standards. I better have Elmer's dipping sauce. I'm not eating them.
With that being said, Andy, I'll get you the funds tomorrow to cover the cost of the post office box,
'Kay.
the mods for the D&D, and then we'll also get the address updated on the website, Kenny, to reflect the donation address where people can send stuff.
Roger that.
And also, Andy brought up a point. A guy wanted to donate some D&D stuff. Again, I have no problem covering stuff like that to be sent as far as shipping funds go. But they need to send us a picture to show and prove that this stuff is, again, it's not trashed. Pages aren't stuck together. There's not missing pages. You know, something that
I mean,
would be worth us supporting.
honestly,
I don't know how big fans D&D guys are of those manuals. I
look,
don't know.
look, man,
Just saying.
nothing's gonna be stuck together unless they spilled water on it. Now, I will tell you, the books that we did get in delivered already that were donated to me directly. Excuse me. There was one book that it was starting to come apart just from use. So I'm going to
Okay.
keep that for me. I have a brand new copy that I never used that I bought 2 years ago, and I will donate that to somebody else. Does that make sense? Like, I have some of these already. It was already stuff that I had, but if it's got wear and tear, I'll keep it for myself, and then I'll send the good stuff out for people who need or want to do the face-to-face, D&D games. So
Well, that's one of those stipulations, though. Anything donated to the guild cannot be used for personal use. It's got to be used for guild purposes only. I don't want to get caught up on something
Right.
like that, to where if somebody, because the people are going to be looking for stuff like that. But and also make sure you're keeping a tally, you're keeping a log of what's been donated at that point, as far as books and stuff like that, to where if anybody asks like what's been donated, you can say, hey, pull up this online log or whatever.
yeah,
Here,
I'll make a Google Doc
that-
and go ahead and
Yeah.
I'll put down his name as
Something.
well. That way we know
Yep.
who did it,
Yep.
and I'll break it up that way.
Exactly.
on tape,
And
dude.
then yeah, that covers that. Sweet. All right. As far as the Army recruiter wanting to get involved, like I said, they've got my address, or they got my email. I responded, waiting to hear back.
You want me to give them your phone number or?
He's
No,
asking for a
I
point
am
of
not giving my
contact.
phone
He
number
said, I will be
out
in her
here.
office on Monday. Give me an email address, and I'll make sure she shoots you an email back. So here's the thing. She
tell her email.
she submitted it to the ANG website email. You're using your Yahoo.
Yeah. True.
There could be a miscommunication there because she wasn't expecting it to come from that.
And
Well, I
you-
mean, if she
you
opens
should've
her
got it too,
emails,
'cause
she'll
it
see
went
that
to
she was
community.
responded to.
Well, a lot of times Yahoo emails go into my spam filter.
Well, maybe you should fix your spam filter then.
Well,
Jesus.
she's using SipperNet. What do you want?
I don't fucking know. I'll email her back. Either that or get her. Get me a phone number. Actually, no, there was a phone number in the
It's
email.
a phone number on there, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call her. I'll
And-
call her Monday.
Andy, you got that email too because it went to community.
Correct.
John, you
I
got
have it.
You also got it, John, but you don't check your AGN email yet, do you?
It's not even linked in my damn phone, so I forget about it, to be honest with you. I need
Bro,
to
I'm
do that.
gonna give you a call this week. I want to hook you up.
All right, I need to get that because I have my. I need to fucking do away with the Always in the Arena one and then update it to the Alpha Nerds Guild one so I can check that.
Yeah, I want to get you with you on offline on that one too.
All right.
So
Okay. Any other business? Any other guild business? Anything in from the officer, from the board? Is there anything y'all want to bring up?
As far as the assist training goes, I got a generic response in the email. So I got lost in the last week doing introduction to college classes and all that stuff. So this week I'm going to give them a call and see where I can get from there. I know I've already got one guy who is actually attending the training through the military. So we have one.
Oh shit, that's awesome. I mean, that's one. I mean, that's great.
there's one.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we open it up to the chat and Andy's stream?
Hang on, I'm
Going
trying to
once.
find my notes. Give me a second. I'm looking at my phone. Give me 1 second. There was something I had typed out. Word doc. Oh,
We had,
I can't find it.
Andy, you and I were talking about something. I can't remember what it was that we needed to bring up.
It'll hit me here in a minute. I'm gonna go through the ANG emails again. Maybe that'll. I think that's where I saw it.
Writers. I
Yeah,
got-
there was a writer
do.
posting in the Facebook page. I directed him to the website, so hopefully he'll see on the blog page saying, "Hey, submit it to this person."
Yeah, he sent me a message.
Okay.
We still need more writers. I've got one person that's actually writing. Another one that sent me a sample today, and honestly, the sample was pretty good. So I want to give him another chance to kind of, get his message out. I have 3 writers, but only one's doing anything. So I mean, John, if you could-
Yes, the podcast. We need to discuss that.
Yeah, the podcast for certain. That's a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you talking about? What's a clusterfuck?
So right now, Leah, do you wanna chime in here because that's your wheelhouse? She's gonna unmute her microphone. Give her a second.
Yeah, so a little bit earlier today, we are putting the podcast on hold for right now.
Okay.
We just had a big miscommunication. I'm hoping it was just a miscommunication with a couple things that were going on. Sorry, Andy's messing with my headset. So I basically sat down and talked with them, laid it out that, we're representing Alpha Nerds here. We need to make sure that we're representing it correctly because it just felt like a bit of back and forth, a little bit of attitude. But again, it's through text chat. So for now, I've put it on hold. They will not be streaming tonight. I'm just trying to make sure that
What was going
we're
on?
not
Give me
falling
a
apart.
breakdown on this. What was the miscommunication?
Craig, you want to start with that because that was where it all spawned from.
Well, the first, and I'm not gonna go into names here, but I'll give you names once we're done. First incident happened Tuesday. There was a little bit of a tiff with some
Wow,
attitudes
Mike, I
being
can
thrown
hear
about.
breathing.
That's when it was brought to my attention.
You need to pull it down a little bit, and hold it a
spoke
little closer to your
to
mouth when you talk.
Brandon,
That's
who's
what I was
one,
trying to
you know,
get you to
he's
do to adjust your
charge
headset.
of the
Is when
podcast
it pulled
portion.
back,
Mhm.
like it was in
And
your
he said,
chin.
"Well, things have worked out. It's fine." It's like, all right,
We
just don't
gotta
let
get
it
it.
happen again.
I'm muted.
And
But,
then,
so wait, what are these? You're kind of skipping over. What are these attitudes and stuff get thrown around over? What was it about?
it was something it was something
Dumb.
stupid, extremely stupid, and it had no relation to what the podcast actually was.
So
But
why was this brought up then? Why?
Well, the
who did they have
big
the
issue
attitude with?
happened yesterday, and it was right after your stream when Warpo was brought on for the idea of him doing that, 1930 intro.
Yeah,
And how do I say?
they didn't like it.
Just say it, bro.
They didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
And so we tried to tell him, was like, look, John wants this. We're just going to give it a shot.
Mhm.
And it came to, well, this is supposed to be a group decision, blah, 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 blah.
Oh no. Let me
well-
just pause you right there. If you, and I'm not knocking the podcast guys, I know they enjoy that and they do good stuff there. But if you're going to use our banner, if you're going to use our name, it is not a group decision. We've given you consent to do this. You volunteered to do this, and I'm not trying to like be some kind of random dictator here. But in the future, if we feel like something doesn't align with what we're trying to do here, or we're suggesting something, and you want to pull this is a group decision, technically, and I will put my foot down here. No, it's not. What I say goes in that department because I stood you up and I can stand you down.
Well, that's what
I
we
was-
said.
I
It's
was-
like your
That-
word supersedes even ours.
That was
Well-
the point that I came across with
Okay.
to that.
Now, here's the thing. With something like that, if they don't want to do it, hey, I'm fine with that. That's cool. I mean, if they feel like it doesn't really match their thing, hey, I can understand that. I don't want to be the one to get involved with creative diversity. These people are artists in what they do, but it does need to be understood that, if if we suggest something along the lines of, hey guys, stay away from this, or and Leah, if she knows her shit here, if she's saying something along the lines, it's kind of like, I'll be realistic. The podcast is way down the level of the chain of command. I'll be real with you. It's one of those that I'm not trying to discredit what they do, but if somebody from the board says, "Hey guys, we got to pull this," or "Guys, this, that, and the other," and they choose to not, we will easily disavow you. This isn't one of those. This is not one of those. We do whatever the hell we want. It doesn't work that way. So.
Right,
It-
and my point to them was, hey, John said let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but let's give it a shot because it was a thing thrown out there.
Mhm.
And
That was my point to the whole
And
situation.
it's-
What it turned out being, bro, was it was just a big pissing match. Who's got the bigger dick? And really, what it came down to is they're just being a bunch of pansies and not listening to what needed to be said. So they need to get their shit together and just do what they're fucking told, or else they'll be told.
hence the reason why I hate it, since it's actually, a video conference, if there's any strife or friction on off-screen chemistry, it will flow over
Oh,
into
yeah.
the actual podcast, and we will have nothing to do with it. So a lot of stuff that happened today, I was gone. Leah took care of that. So
Okay, good, awesome. I just want them to understand that they can talk about whatever they want as long as it falls into the realm of what Alpha Nerds is about. But when it comes to creative control, I'm fully in support of them. But if somebody wants to make a suggestion or somebody says that this needs to be done, they're going to do it.
and
Then
there
last
is
night was just a suggestion. It was like, oh, that'd be awesome to have that as an opener. But if they don't want to do it, I'm okay, cool.
what we told him was like, we told him it's like whatever you decide on doing, like pitch us what opener you want to do, and we'll see it. And we even found some royalty free music that we felt would go along well with it.
Okay.
But there is an issue of, and I'm still trying to get the information through Brandon. They've been using was it a program called Podbean?
I've heard of it.
And I think it's for I know Leah knows more about it, but apparently they were using the free version, but what they're doing, their podcast supersedes the data limit essentially, so they had to upgrade to a $15 a month option. They went ahead, they paid for the following month, they paid for it out of their own pocket. But we're still trying to figure out why they need it. I guess
Well, I can understand it because you have a certain data limit to where you have to start deleting episodes to make room for it. Two different things. One thing is limit the podcast. Don't do as many. Do one a week instead of 2 a week. We don't need 2 a week. Do 1 a week. Secondly, if you're going to pay out of pocket without consulting the board first, that's on you. If you wanted to present that to the board saying, hey, will you fund this? That's something that we have to talk about. And quite honestly, I'm not for that. We're not going to see a return of investment on that. That's kind of wasted money in a sense to where we're paying for a podcast, which is great, but we're not be getting literally any exposure. It's just there to give people something to do, something to listen to. It would literally be just taking money. I'm not downplaying what they do. Please don't take it that way. It would just be literally throwing money away. Even if it's $15 a month, that's something I'm not willing to invest money in unless that podcast had millions of downloads. We were able to secure advertising through it, something like that.
Brandon had actually brought up to me doing advertising through the podcast. I told him that he needed to do his research, get his information, and bring it to us when he got it done.
Advertising through a podcast, the first thing any company, now, because I look at this as well, I do this for a living. Any podcast is going to be looked at. If you want to go to an advertiser or a business to advertise, you can say, what are the downloads? What's the reach? If you don't have any good reach, they're not going to want the advertisement because they can get that through a personal Facebook page, a personal Instagram. If your podcast is hitting thousands upon thousands of downloads, and be like, yeah, you know what? They got reach. Let's do it.
What was the reach for that first podcast that they did?
Be honest with you, I need to see the stats on it. I know the YouTube channel. We pushed that. I tried help getting them some exposure there. Again, it's gonna be content is king there. Quite honestly, I think that just like the articles that could be written, it's gonna be up to content, good content. If we're getting like, I like the idea of the top 10 things a noob needs to know for PUBG, top 10 things for Monster Hunter, different shit like that. And anybody can contribute to this. It's just they have to be good writers, and that's what Kenny's dealing with right now. Unfortunately, people don't realize that you can't just say I are like this thing. It doesn't work that way. You need to be a legitimately good writer. I'm not going to have somebody come in and write for us that their grammar is horrible, their punctuation doesn't exist, and that reflects poorly on us. They actually have to be a decent. I mean, they don't have to go out there and friggin' write out "Call me Ishmael." It's just know your shit. At least have some comprehension of how to write effectively. So there's that. But content's always going to be king. The one thing I don't want people doing is pushing a personal narrative with these articles or with the podcast, and I know they won't. It's just something we have to keep an eye on. But with that being said, this is dragged on. Is there anything else that needs to be brought up business-wise now that we've kind of dealt with that?
I got one more thing. The Minecraft guys, they brought. I asked them to bring up a budget to what they're spending on their stuff. I told them it probably wouldn't happen.
The what?
The Minecraft. Yeah, we have a Minecraft group now. Did you know that?
I did not know that. We have a Alpha Nerds Guild Minecraft group.
We do.
Facebook group?
And webpage.
More webpage / server for the Minecraft group.
There's a web page, Alpha Nerds.
In
web
order to
page for
have a
Minecraft.
server for Minecraft,
Yeah,
you have
it's,
to.
like
Why wasn't I informed of this?
I thought I told you.
Okay, so in order to have a
What's the,
server for Minecraft, it has to be a web address. That's why it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Well, why wasn't I
.net.
told about this? Give me the address so I can look it up real quick.
I don't think there's anything at the server itself. It's I don't remember
Oh,
what it is.
so it's just you have to have a website
Yes.
attached to
Yeah,
it. So
it's
you can
just
play
a
on the
U-
server.
It's just a URL.
Okay, gotcha. So there's nothing
Yeah.
going on there. There's no advertising.
No,
There's
nothing. No, no,
no,
no, no, no.
papers? Okay. Cool.
It's just it's just alpha nerds alpha nerd alpha nerds guild.
I almost fucking spit my coke all over my screen.
Okay.
And I haven't set up haven't set up a budget for me. I guess
And
they're
this is so
spending
players can play together on Minecraft, correct? What platform is that on?
PC.
Okay. Got it.
I guess the guy is, what is his name? David Rucker.
Mhm.
He set up a server, and it's costing about $210.59. And I told him,
Wait, a month or year?
I'm not real certain.
It better not be a month.
Yeah, I don't think it's a month.
What's the what amount of players do they have?
I don't know. I'll get more information on that, bro.
Please do. Just get back with me when you can. Give me the amount of players they have actively playing on this that are active players, and then monthly cost. Because if this is something that a lot of people are doing, I don't see why. It's the same with the D&D. If we have enough participants to do that, and it's actually helping, I have no problem pushing guild funds to support that.
Roger.
It's just I need to know that we're actually getting good engagement. You know, it's kind of like people wanted the Horde guild, and then we create it, and then it's kind of like, which I knew was going to happen, but I still want to give them the option. So the same thing with this Minecraft. If we have enough engagement to do it, then I'm all for it. If we don't, you know, I'm not going to spend guild funds on freaking, 5-6 players on playing my. Nah, it's not going to work that way. If we can get, a good chunk of people playing this actively, that's what it's for. So I'm for that.
Roger that. Yeah, I don't know anything about Minecraft, so I just told him, that's why I told him to give me a budget and what they're doing, and I'll send this email over to you.
All right. Okay,
So,
appreciate it.
do that right now.
Anything else needs to get brought up before we end this? Going once, going twice. All right, that ends the
All
meeting.
right.
Did we want to open
Yeah,
it
we
up
are going to
to-
open it up. I thought we had question and answer.
Yeah, we got
5 minutes.
Oh shit,
We
my
do.
bad. Okay, let's do the Q&A through Andy's guild chat or
Okay.
Andy's stream chat. Let me make sure I'm hosting you real quick. I clicked unhost on whoever I was hosting at the time, so. Also, for those, like, we got Andy to affiliate. Another dude who paid for the $5 option on my thing for me to host him. He made affiliate in like fucking, it was a few streams. So in the future, for people in the guild that want to be helped push to affiliate, I think I'm going to take that option off to where they don't have to pay. I'll just auto host them and get them to affiliate just free, just to help them out, help the community out, get more people the ability to go out there and make some money Twitch streaming. And I am hosting you right now. So you're
Okay, Dark Wolf. So for right now, for simplicity's sake, for my personal stream with starting, basically the beginner's guide to D&D, we are doing everything from the player's handbook, the first version of the monster manual, the first version of the Dungeon Master's Guide. That's it. Whatever your DM for your group says goes. All right. So you need to find your group and ask your DM. I'm not the end all be all for what each group is going to be able to do. I'm just here to kind of oversee the whole thing and make sure it's all flowing nicely. So whatever group you get placed into, you need to talk to your DM. Okay. Any other questions?
That was short and sweet.
Andy,
Yeah,
somebody's
I'm
requested
looking.
you check your Facebook message.
You know what? We haven't even looked into that yet. Quite honestly,
What's the
Listening
question, Andy?
to the guild meeting about donations, do you think there's a way to create an Amazon account for the guild and create a wish list / donation list that people can purchase from and have it sent straight to the board? Basically using the PO box for me. For me to accept the computer parts and the D&D
Yeah,
stuff.
we can do that.
Shit, there's a way to do that too with like monthly WoW subscriptions because we've had a lot of raiders and stuff that have to stop for like a month because they just can't afford it this month or something, and we're trying to
Well,
figure out a way
you
to
know,
like.
here's the thing though. That gets into we are not here to support broke veterans. We're here to support and financially broke. We're here to support those that are diagnosed with PTSD,
Yeah.
that actually have psychological issues that are related to job stuff, to where they actually can't work. Gaming provides them an outlet. If they're just hurting financially, there's nothing we can do about that, because then it turns into we're going to have a lot of people trying to come to the guild to pay for WoW subscriptions.
Yeah, that's true.
So
John, have you heard anything back from the IRS? I may have missed that in the beginning.
yeah, you missed it. No, I haven't. Still waiting on them to call me back. Submitted it like a week and a half ago. They said it'd be anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks before I got a call.
That's pretty damn quick, man.
Yeah, so they said on the slip. So we'll see. How do we get involved with writing for the page? Doc Psycho, hit up Kenny Holmes in the guild.
That's
Um,
Kenny at alphanerdsguild.com. Send me a 500 to 1500 word essay sample. You can be something that you've already written. This will not be posted on the website at first. Just send me something that
proves that you can write like a professional.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want it. I don't want to see grammar errors, and I don't want to see blatant comma issues, which has been the big one so far. Yes, 500 to 1500 words.
And you know, those that are going to write for this, I'm sharing this content to my Facebook page with over 500,000. You'll get exposure. Your name will get out there. And you know, you can also attach to your names like, hey, written by so and so for the Alphaner. I have no problem doing that. You know, the whole point is to get that stuff out there, get some traffic flowing to the website to hopefully get some donations for the good of this thing. So
And here's the other thing. I will set up. I'm going to set you up a contributor account. So you're going to be writing your own documents. I will be editing once, and so will Karma. And Jared, Jared, I don't know what your screen name is. I'm sorry. So you'll have your own name on there that you can set up your own account. You can set up your own author page, and you'll have exposure. I mean, it's not something that we're going to take that away from you. We're going to give you exposure.
yeah, absolutely. I'll put it on my Instagram. I'll put it on my Twitter. I'll put it on my Facebook page. You're going to get more exposure than you would writing for a lot of magazines out there. I'll make sure your name gets out there. But again, it's just got to be good content, you know, relevant content. I'm looking to do funny content.
Ghost is saying, what type of writing are you looking for again? It's basically going to be about video games, about, you know, nerd things. You know, where right now we have, you know, a PUBG, we have D&D, you know, we've got World of Warcraft, you know, any of the major games. Oh, we also have, you know, console talk like Xbox, PlayStation, PC. So, yeah, movies,
stuff like that, like nerd-related movies,
Entertainment.
cons, anything that. And Kenny's got it on the website. It's set up for like 3 or 4 different categories. And the basic thing is just, it's kind of like, I don't want it to be like a critic piece, like, oh, it was the most horrible thing. It's just, I want it to be uplifting and positive. You know, there's so much negativity out there. Fuck, I need to go. You know what? I need to start writing, Kenny. I need to write some shit for it. Andy, you too. You're great at PUBG. You should put some shit in there like top tips to be a better PUBG player. Shit like that I think would do very well. You know, I need to do a contributing piece in there. I need to get... nobody can hear your voice, so nobody cares.
No, we heard.
Your mic
Heard it
isn't
through
working.
you-
Come
we
on,
heard it
Laura.
through your mic.
He just
We were
muted
hearing-
himself.
I muted it. Yeah, how's
Yeah, I
that?
was gonna say we
I
heard
like
through
that.
John's mic.
We were
How come
hearing
your mic
her
doesn't
like
work?
we hear
Wait,
you.
she's got a wireless headset, right? Is it?
That's
Did
funny.
her microphone die?
Like, click to push to talk. No, she's
Ariane, Adney, yes, you can you can submit previously published articles as a sample. Like I said, it will not. It's all premium content that we're putting up there. We're not putting recycled content on the website.
Yeah. What about motivational posts to help those who are struggling?
Roger, yeah, we'll
That's
put that.
one of those, yeah, showcasing positive things. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that in the uplifting. I mean, right now here the the four that we have, if you haven't looked at the website, if you're afraid to move away from here, is I have entertainment, gaming, life, and uplifting. Entertainment being anything from movies to books. I mean, if you're a nerd, a book nerd, I mean, man, I love reading a good book. Sometimes you just post something that you read that you love. You know, gaming, obviously that's something that falls under, you know, how to something, or maybe the history of a game that you like. Life, you know, sometimes life just gets in the way, but somehow you can know how to get over it. Uplifting, just, you know, an uplifting story, like, you know, like what John was saying, you have an uplifting story that can help somebody, or a way to teach somebody how to get over their issues. Man, that's what we're looking for.
So, John, did you see chat?
All right. Anything else from the guild? I did. Fuck all of you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, John was
So-
racking up kills last night. I don't know what you're
I
talking
waited
about.
till 9. You didn't jump on. I didn't get a text that you were
I
going to
didn't
be
see it,
late.
so
I
it
was
didn't
like,
happen.
well, fuck it. I'll stream. Well, yeah. I mean, I know. I just figured, you know, normally you
I
text
might
and
be
say,
late
hey, man,
sometimes,
you know,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to,
stream
you know,
on
be
those
like
days.
9:30, you know, let everybody know or something. So I started streaming, and I had like 10 viewers. I looked over, fucking 2 viewers. Everybody gone, left to go watch your stream. I was like, all right, I'm not streaming during John's time slot anymore. Yeah.
Well, it's Friday free for all, dude. I mean, that's different.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
it's
Dark
free
Wolf.
for
Number 3,
everybody.
make sure John knows you're coming or you get shot in the face.
Oh, Jesus. All right. With that being said, I guess there's no more issues, so we'll go ahead and close this meeting off, and everybody can go about their nights. Andy, shoot me an invite. I'm open up PUBG. Oh, PUBG's already open. Now.
John, you never told me if you wanted an updated overlay and what color.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Karma, she was. You made the overlays like different colors. I saw briefly that you were doing this. What colors do you have available?
For you,
Hey,
any color.
girl, hey.
For you?
Man, dude,
You don't what panties? You
Not
don't
gonna lie,
wear
my panties
you don't
just
wear
got a little bit wet,
panties.
but okay. Anyway.
You told us all you
I
went
am
commando.
not treading on Laura's
Watch out,
lingo.
Laura. Who wears Laura's panties?
I saw Kenny's Marpat design. Could I get Tiger Stripe? Old school Army Vietnam Tiger Stripe?
Yeah, I can look into it.
I'd really appreciate that. And these are available in the Twitch group, right? To where people can download this, correct?
Yeah, I just put up the free to use ones tonight.
Awesome. That's awesome. How are we doing with that? Are people responding to that like very well, or?
Most are. There are a few that are a little apprehensive because I'm not letting them have their creative freedom over my intellectual property right now. So they're
What are they
getting a
trying to
little
do?
bent. They pretty much they want to break my terms of use and manipulate it and change it how they want.
No, that's the thing with a lot of people out there. Like, and I saw your post in the group. You know, I get where you're coming from. When you invest your time and your effort into doing something for free, and it's not appreciated, or people try and abuse it, or they try and take advantage of it, it would cause me to be pissed the fuck off too. A lot of these people need to understand that just because this is a veteran guild or it's heavily influenced by veterans, yada yada yada, it doesn't mean that we're going to sit here and compromise the structured integrity of what we're offering here. This is still a business. This is something that, as a business, it has to function as a business in order for us to make money to help more people. If they can't handle that, they can get the fuck out. I'm not about pandering to the crybabies. You either accept it for what it is or don't take it at all, because quite honestly, no one owes you a goddamn thing. You are coming here, you're going to obey our rules, and if you don't like that, fucking bounce and find somebody else, a different guild, that does what we do for you, as much as we do for you. We've created guilds, we've created everything, we've created separate groups, we've listened to the people, we're trying to give them what they want, but if people want to take advantage, they can fuck right off. So
And I'll be the first to admit, you know, I do Photoshop and Illustrator for for work. What Carmen's doing, what Jenny's doing, that shit is not easy. It
No.
takes some time. And if you don't know the kind of time that it takes, you guys just fuck off, because what she's doing is amazing.
Honey Badger brought up a good point. I think we
That
want to customize.
is actually something it's something I've thought about. It's something I've considered. It's not exactly a can of worms that I want to open up right at this moment as we're still growing, but it has
Well,
been something.
here's the
I'm
thing,
good for
Karma.
that.
I wouldn't even put that towards guild funds. That's your skill. You make money doing it. If you want to do that, yeah. If no one has a problem with that, and you want to charge for that, I have no problem supporting that.
I have no issues with it.
I can make that a digital download. That's not a problem.
If that's something you want to do, and they're asking to have something custom made or something like that, as long as you feel
Why,
it doesn't
why
violate
shouldn't you
that,
get compensated for all
do
the
it.
work that you've
Go
done
for it.
already?
Okay. Yeah.
It's totally up to you.
Definitely
It's
agree with that.
Compensated for all the work that you've done already.
Exactly.
No,
Jenny,
it
get with
is
me.
something that I've thought about, and possibly later on down the road, depending on how heavy it gets, I might bring on 1 or 2 freelance people, because people have offered to help out. We'll see where it goes in the next couple of months, how much it grows, how many requests we might get when I do open that can of worms.
Jenny, get with me offline, and I'll help you with that. That's
Okay.
something- that's right in my wheelhouse. So
I see nothing wrong with that. That's just basically, that's a service that you've studied, that you've I'll end it with this. It was freaking oh god, who was it? It was Van Gogh, and somebody asked him to sketch a sketch on a napkin, and the guy Van Gogh took it and he sketched it out real quick, and he said that'll be $30,000. And the guy said, "You just took 30 seconds to sketch that out." He said, "Yes, but that took me 50 years as that I've been alive to learn how to do it that quick. You're paying for my experience that I put into it. They're paying for what you're putting into this. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be allowed to make a profit off of something that you yourself have learned how to do and also invest the time and money into to learn." So I see nothing wrong with that. If the guild is supporting of it, I'm supporting of it as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hallelujah.
Would the custom overlay still represent Alpha Nerds? No. If you want, here's the thing. If you want to do a custom overlay that is completely different, no, it will not represent Alpha Nerds. Alpha Nerds has the overlays that we do. I mean, you can change the color design. I mean, if Jenny is approving of it to where it has the Alpha Nerds logo in there and it doesn't violate, like you're putting a big dick in there or anything like that, and you want your own personalized color, Jenny, that's up to you, but I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I think what Honey Badger's getting at is to stream under the ANG.
Yes.
Is having the logo on there. Yes, that still would apply, and yeah, I could probably still work that in there with whatever it is that you want.
Yeah, if you're gonna stream under the Alpha Nerds community, then you have to represent the Alpha Nerds. If you want something to stream off on your own, shit, she could probably do that too. Make whatever the fuck you want. Make a big penis on there. I don't care.
I'm not going over that line.
Just as long as it's not got ANG on it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I don't think I want my name attached to that one.
I agree.
Hey, Craig, I think this is time to bring up yours.
My what?
Your idea for the overlay.
You got me
Oh
lost
no!
here.
Don't spoil it! Don't spoil it! Do not spoil that shit.
Oh no. They will find out.
It's still
later.
happening. You're not ruining it.
But
I will give a hint. We are in the talk of curating seasonal limited edition overlays that are I'll say
Military
holiday,
in nature.
military nature, or also holiday themed.
No, okay, that's
So
badass.
we got something in the works, and it's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna say.
Mine. Look,
Dude, I'm
Stay
totally
tuned.
I will
downloading it
spoil
as soon as it
mine. I'm
comes
gonna go ahead and let you guys know. It's just basically we're gonna rip off the Crayola
I
logo.
just
and
got
just
your
give you
email.
Get
random
with me after
crayons.
the stream.
Anytime
Get with
somebody
me after
subs,
the
it's gonna be
stream.
crayons raining down from the top of the screen. So that's mine. Yeah.
That's fine.
Andy,
Are they-
yours
are they
is
gonna-
just gonna have a big old thing of Elmer's glue right in the middle. You ain't gonna be able to see anything just because that big old Elmer's glue thing.
Hey, I just
No, I
got
was
your
thinking-
email,
Is that what
Kennedy.
it's
A
called now?
month?
Glue.
Real quick, this is $210 a month for the Minecraft server.
Oh, does it?
That's
Yeah,
just
that's
too
too
much.
bad.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
Um,
per month. $100
Oh,
for
yeah, I missed
server
that
rack,
one.
internet connection, $100. $2.50 for the DNS handler, $1 for the domain name, $7 for StarCraft.
That's
Keep
ridiculous.
track of server metrics. Plug in and no, that's not. Something
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
willing
say
to
no. That's way too much
even put
money.
up to a vote.
Because
That's-
in
that's-
10 months, you're
well, I
looking
mean,
at
I'm sorry, no.
$2,500.
Do y'all want to vote on this
That's
or?
that's way too much.
No.
No, I agree. It's too much.
Okay. So real quick, let me make it official there.
Aye.
Okay. So all in favor of supporting Minecraft, speak now. All against it?
I
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Ayes have it. It's been put to a vote. The majority rules against it. Therefore, it is not going to happen. Apologies, but that's just not something that's financially smart
Sound.
at this point. So, again, the one thing that I can't do as far as something like that, that's just too much. If it was $200 for a year, yeah, I got no problem with that. That's too easy. Like D&D is costing us roughly $200 for the entire year. To host, and then for other stuff, other things that we can make last for a
Yeah,
long time,
no lie.
absolutely. But that's and like Zune just said, Minecraft is fun, but not $2,500 fun. So
yeah, I can't even imagine paying that kind of much that money.
what's the-
I don't
What
even
is it,
play Minecraft. I think
20
it's a
Was
weird
it
game.
2,400 a year? No.
All right. I'm going to end this stream.
Okay.
That way
With
we
that
can
being
clip
said,
it, and
there's
this will
nothing
be
else,
the
no new
official